Sit down, focus, and block out the distractions. This world isn't kind to the weak. Every moment you spend complaining, someone else is out there enduring the tough part in silence. They're doing the hard work, no complaints, just progress. If you want to stand out, do it quietly. Make your moves unseen. Silence speaks louder than any words ever could. It's the only language that matters. They'll doubt you, mock you, call you soft. Let them. Let their doubt fuel you. Every insult, every skeptical comment, use it. Build on it. No need to explain yourself or share your plans. Stay low, move like a shadow, and act when no one's watching. That's real power. Bottle up that anger and turn it into sharp focus. Let it drive you forward quietly without needing anyone's approval. Validation? That's for the weak. It's just a crutch. If you want to be remembered, don't beg for it. Just make it happen. Carve your place with determination, sweat, and effort. Do what others won't. Bleed where others hesitate. The real difference between you and others is what you're willing to endure in silence. While they're out there talking, showing off, wasting time, you're working. No one's paying attention, but that's exactly how you want it. People forget quickly. Only results stick. So keep working in silence. Every hour spent in the shadows builds something undeniable. Want to be a legend? Then act like one. Legends don't ask for applause. They leave a mark no one can erase. Whenever you feel like quitting, remember this. No one's watching but you. It's all on you. What do you have to prove? Everything. You owe it to yourself. Silence is your weapon. Patience is your armor. People talk because they're afraid. Afraid of being exposed for what they really are weak. You're not like them. The real ones? They're in the dark, doing what's necessary without needing attention. They grind. They stumble. They get back up again and again, and no one sees it. No one cares. And that's their power. They're invisible until they're undeniable. Ask yourself, why are you doing this? For fame? Money? No, those things fade. You're building something real, something that will outlast you. A legacy made in silence. The greats didn't waste time talking. They showed up, put in the work, and let the results speak. Nothing more, nothing less. People chase noise, distractions, empty praise. They're blind to how much time they're wasting. You're different. You don't need that noise or the spotlight. While they chase applause, you're building an empire, brick by silent brick. Every time you work, you're in a battle, not against anyone else, but against the lazy version of yourself that wants to take shortcuts and complain. That voice of weakness is failure. Every day, you either let it win or you shut it down and prove who's really in charge. Look around at those success stories. They're living on borrowed time. They talk about the grind, but they're just cashing in on trends. You're here to build something real, something that can't be faked, something that can't be bought. You're not just playing the game, you're rewriting the rules. And the first rule? No one needs to know. Real moves happen in silence. True power doesn't need the spotlight. Keep going. Every single day. Hit it harder. Go deeper. Every setback, every challenge, use it. Let it sharpen you. Make you stronger. People don't understand that pain is fuel. The more they throw at you, the harder you come back. Not with words, not with empty promises. Just pure action. Silent action. When they're out there showing off, you're working. When they're bragging about half-done ideas, you're making it happen. You're building the foundation they wouldn't even dare to dream about. That's the difference. You're not here to play. You're here to dominate. You're here to leave your mark, to create something so solid that people will know your name, but they'll never fully understand how you did it. By the time they catch wind of what you're doing, you'll already be miles ahead, unreachable and untouchable. And that's why you stay quiet. As soon as you speak up, people start watching, analyzing and plotting. But when you move in silence, they can't touch you. They're always playing catch up while you're already crossing the finish line. That's true power. Power they can't take from you. Power they can't imitate because they're too scared to put in the work without showing off. Let them doubt. Let them underestimate. Every second they waste is another moment you're gaining ground. This game, it's made for those who know how to play it. And you do that by staying out of the spotlight. It's not about fame or being liked. It's about earning respect, the kind that lasts. The kind that's built on being relentless, unyielding. They'll call you crazy, say you're wasting your life. Let them. They don't know what it means to be driven, to be so hungry for success that nothing else matters. You don't need their approval. You don't need their cheers. You are your own fuel. Every time you push forward, it's not for them. It's for that vision, that burning desire only you can see. Stay quiet, keep grinding. Let them waste time talking in circles while you build your future. One day, when they finally catch on to what you've been doing, it'll be too late. You'll be way ahead, and they'll be left wondering how you did it. And you'll just keep moving forward, without a word, without a hint. They won't see the hours you put in when everyone else is asleep. They won't know what it's like to push past exhaustion, to keep going when every part of you is telling you to stop. But that's fine, because it's not their journey. It's yours. Every moment you spend working in the shadows is another brick in the fortress you're building. A fortress no one else can touch. You're not here for the applause. Applause fades. You're here to create something that stands when all the noise dies down. People get distracted by the need to be noticed. They're scared of fading into the background, so they keep reminding everyone they exist. You're not like that. You don't need validation from anyone. When your work is done, it will speak for itself. Keep it quiet. Don't let them know what you're doing. People are always looking for ways to tear you down, to find cracks in your armor. Don't give them a chance. Let them guess, let them wonder. By the time they figure it out, you'll be so far ahead, they won't even know how to catch up. While they waste time thinking they're ahead, you're turning every doubt, every insult into fuel. You don't need to tell them what's coming. They wouldn't understand anyway. They're too comfortable, too safe in their little routines. And when you break through, when you rise, it will shatter everything they thought they knew. Each time you push through, it's not for anyone else. It's for that vision only you can see. Keep quiet, keep grinding. While they waste time talking, you'll be building something real. One day, when they realize what you've been up to, it'll be too late for them to catch up. You'll be miles ahead, and they won't even know how you did it. You'll just keep moving forward quietly. They won't know the sleepless nights or the sacrifices. They don't see you working while they're resting, not feeling the mental fatigue you're pushing through. But that's fine. They don't need to. This is your journey, not theirs. Every hour you spend in the background is another piece of the foundation you're building that no one else can touch. You're not working for applause. Applause fades. You're here to create something that lasts. People get caught up in the need for attention because they're afraid of being forgotten. They're scared they'll fade into nothing if they don't constantly remind others they exist. You're not like that. You don't need anyone's validation. When your work is done, it will speak for itself. Keep quiet. Don't let them know what you're doing. People are always looking for ways to tear you down, to find something wrong. Don't give them a chance. Let them guess, let them wonder. By the time they catch on, you'll be so far ahead, they won't be able to keep up. While they waste time thinking they're ahead, you're using that doubt and criticism to fuel your progress. You don't need to announce what's coming. They wouldn't understand it anyway. They're comfortable in their routines, too safe to take risks. And when you break free, when you rise above them, it'll shake everything they thought they knew. This isn't about proving anyone wrong. It's about proving yourself right. Every doubt, every insult, every time they look down on you, it's just noise. While they're stuck listening to it, you're tuning it out and focusing on what matters. You have a vision that only you can see, and you'll make it happen without needing anyone's approval. People talk because they're scared. They use words as shields because they don't have the courage to stay quiet. But silence? Silence takes guts. Silence means you trust yourself enough to keep going, no matter what anyone else thinks. It means you don't need anyone's permission to keep climbing, to keep pushing forward. They won't get it. They're too worried about what people will say. But you've moved past that. Every hour you put in, every time you keep grinding, you're moving closer to something they can't even imagine. But you can see it clearly. You know what you're working toward, and every time you choose silence over talking, you're one step closer to making it real. Let them doubt you. Let them laugh. It's all fuel. Every word they throw at you just sharpens your focus. And when the time comes to show them what you've built, it will be too late for them to catch up. They'll see the power of silence, the strength of a mind that didn't need their approval or support. By the time they realize they were wrong, you'll be out of their reach. This isn't a sprint, it's the long game, and you're built for it. Day by day, hour by hour, you're getting stronger, putting in the work while they sleep. You don't need to brag or prove anything to anyone. Just keep building in silence, and when it's all said and done, they won't be able to deny what you've accomplished. Because in the end, silence wins. Silence is what remains when all the noise dies down. That's true power. And you're becoming that power, one silent step at a time. Let them play their games. Let them get lost in their distractions. You're above that. You're creating something powerful that they won't even see coming. While they chase shortcuts, you're building something real. Every sacrifice, every quiet night of work, it's all going into your legacy. Legacy isn't built by shouting for attention. It's made by mastering silence. Every time they show off, every post, every boast, it's just noise. Empty actions that will fade away. But what you're building is real. Every drop of sweat, every hour you spend working is strengthening something they'll never be able to touch because they don't have the guts to grind without showing it off. This isn't just work, it's war. And the battlefield? It's here, in the shadows, where no one's watching. This is where you prove to yourself that you're unstoppable. You don't need an audience. You don't need applause. Every time you choose silence, every time you push forward, you're making yourself untouchable. They don't get it. They don't understand that every second they waste chasing praise, you're using that time to build something they'll never be able to reach.